After 7 week online course today, I'd like to summarize and map in sequence of strategic management from EMBA course at IPMI International Business School. Strategy is well-defined roadmap of an organization. Strategy, in short, bridging the gap between where we are today and where we want to be. We have to focus on prioritizing managing our resources to achieve goal and objective. To achieve those, company have to outperform competition by having a competitive advantage. Strategic management is about gaining and sustaining a competitive advantage to win competition. Strategic management have three main process: strategic formulation, implementation, and evaluation. Before we doing all this, actually as a company, we should have what we call purpose. What does it mean? That we should have a clear vision, clear mission, and a clear objective what we want to achieve. Then we can start formulate a strategy with internal, external, environmental scanning to gather information for taking decision on what business we want to enter, what business we want to abandon. Quite some tools available to doing all this: Pastel, Photopyrosis, VCA, Frio, Taos, and so on. Beside this, actually, we also should understand the company competency and capabilities in order to build competitive advantage. Strategy is developed to create value, and it depends on how we utilize and mobilize our resources to produce competitive advantage. Strategy can be at different level: nation level, corporate level, business level, even at a functional level. At national level, since prosperity isn't inherited but created, to be competitive, there are at least three growth development strategies. Number one is factor-driven economy, where the country or nation solely depends on national endowment. Yeah, so the advantage is coming from those factor endowment. Number two is investment-driven economy, where companies invest in modern technologies and more efficient facilities. Number three, innovation-driven economy, where the new technologies is created or production methods. So if you look at all those, they are actually talking about productivity in producing goods and services. At corporate level, we're talking about two things basically. Number one is business selection, what business we are in, and the choice of direction of the firm as a whole, and the management of its business product portfolio. The other one is talking about enhancing value. So what organization structure, measurement process, and a philosophy should we develop to foster superior performance? Corporate strategy is in particular about directional strategy toward growth, portfolio strategy, and parenting strategy. While directional strategy talks more about firm orientation toward growth, stability, and even retrenchment, portfolio strategy is more talking about where company competes through the products and business unit. To analyze this portfolio, some tools available like BCG, GE McKinsey, and Taos can be used. The last one is about parenting model or parenting strategy. That's seeing on the fitness between parents, a corporation, and each business unit. Basically, what we do is identify the critical success factor of the business unit, evaluate those against parents' characteristic, and identify parenting opportunities, and finally assess fit and or added value that parents can influence and improve for taking decision. Now we're talking about business strategy. Business strategy focus on improving the competitive position of a company or business unit, products or services within the specific market or industry. There are two strategic mindset with different drivers that drive strategic thinking. Number one is a strategic fit model, where strategic thinking is driven by matching what is currently available between capabilities and opportunities. So looking after for sustainable advantages for that one. Another one is talking about strategic intent model, where strategic thinking is driven by bridging gap between today's reality and tomorrow's vision. So it's more in building new advantages, industrial role that makes competitor means become irrelevant. So Let me recall that we have done environmental scanning, formulate our strategy, and then select the strategy we want to focus on. Now it is time to implement and execution the strategy, where structure, program, budget, procedure are developed to run the selected strategy. This requires high discipline and commitment. Unless what had been done become less meaningful and create no impact to the business. At this stage, focus will be more on the managing forces during the action, focus on efficiency, and primarily stress on operational process. So role of a leader is very critical in this stage, where to coordinate and motivate many people, many employees, individual to ensure the strategy is implemented and executed. Strategy execution relates to how effective and efficient employees do their jobs to produce the maximum result of implemented strategy. Strategy execution involves activities such as set goals, establish the right incentive, build supportive culture, design appropriate structure, managing conflict, and etc. So from these courses, actually, we learn how strategic management was also implemented in some big companies or corporations such as GE with the GGO, and how they implement the strategy with high commitment despite the obstacle faced during the execution. And also from the case like Pak Jonan transform PT KAI as a strong example of strategy executor, how also we understand culture, national or corporate culture is very important before we implement the strategic management. That's from the Course Indonesia case. So here, actually, from the beginning until now, that I'm explaining, I tried to map what I explained in a simple chart in regards to the strategic management process from the beginning until the end. Okay, here you can see in the slide. So lastly, what I would like to say is overall there are three important strategic management principles I learned. Number one is a sound strategy incorporate efforts to be competent on all industry key success factors, and to excel on that at least one factor is required. Number two, to build competitive advantage, a company has to be empowered by distinctive competencies. Number three, a strategy should be created by capitalizing and leveraging on company resources and strength. I think that's all my summary from my learning for the last 7 weeks. So now I have a better understanding on the concept and comprehensive strategic management, starting from analysis until execution, that can lead to a sustainable competitive advantage. So I personally would like to thank my professors for mentoring us during the process. So I hope everyone find this useful. Thanks and see you again.